In this video, we'll show you how to change the water pump on your Chevy Silverado. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Chevy Silverado safely. In order to change the water pump, it is necessary to carry out a complete bleed of your cooling system. To do this, we recommend that you watch our video, How to Perform a Coolant Flush on a Chevy Silverado. Remove the air hoses. To do this, push on the tabs and pull on the hoses. Using a flathead screwdriver, loosen the holding clips for the air intake duct on the airbox. Then, remove the hose. You must now remove the serpentine belt. We recommend taking a picture or to draw the path of the belt around the different pulleys in order to position it correctly later. Using a breaker bar and a 1/2-inch drive extension socket, loosen the belt by turning the serpentine belt tensioner counterclockwise. You can now remove the belt. Using a ratchet, an extender, and a long 10mm socket, unscrew the 6 bolts holding the water pump. Remove the bolts using a magnetic extender. Remove the water pump. Remember to position the liquid collector under the pump. Be careful when removing it. Coolant remaining in the circuit will flow. Empty the used coolant using a pump. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Then, clean with a cloth. Protect the coolant circuit by plugging it with a cloth to prevent impurities from polluting the circuit. To avoid any risk of leaks, clean the water pump seal surface thoroughly with an abrasive sponge. Finish with brake cleaner and wipe with a cloth. Remove the cloth. You can order the water pump used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the new gasket. Get the new gasket and soak it in the coolant. Pay attention to the pin, which allows it to be correctly positioned on the engine. Get the new water pump. Everyone's natural reflex is to take the water pump in hand and turn the pump pulley to check that the element is rotating correctly. But this is a serious mistake that can irreversibly damage the water pump. You need to immerse the water pump in coolant and turn it around 10 times. This prevents subsequent leaks, as the pump must never run dry. Roughly install a bolt to hold the water pump in position when putting it back in place. You can now screw in all the water pump retaining bolts until they make contact. Final tightening of the bolts is applied using a torque wrench, following the tightening sequence shown in the video. Take the serpentine belt. Pay careful attention to which way up you use it. The writing on the belt must turn clockwise. You can now put the serpentine belt back in place. Slide the new belt around the different elements, respecting the layout from the initial assembly. To fully put it back in place, lift the serpentine belt tensioner. In order to wind the serpentine belt onto all of the pulleys. Then, release the belt tensioner to fully extend the belt. Replace the air intake duct. Then, screw the hose clamps back on. Reconnect the hoses. Now you need to refill the radiator with coolant and purge any air from the circuit. To do this, we recommend that you watch our video, How to Perform a Coolant Flush on a Chevy Silverado. Put your truck back on the ground. Operation complete.